Millionaires, what tips do you have for us peasants? I worked part-time in a millionaire's house and the things I learned changed my life. Last year, I decided to start working as a maid to make ends meet. Sadly, the only ones who could afford a maid were super rich millionaires or billionaires, so it was really difficult to find an opportunity. But 2 months in, I got really lucky and secured an interview with this really wealthy multi-hyphenate. The only reason he was even hiring was because his son had requested a personal maid to clean his room whenever he wanted. The job description sounded demeaning, but I didn't have a choice. Anyway, I went to the interview and surprisingly, I was interviewed by the multimillionaire himself. To my absolute surprise, he said that he preferred someone with no experience, because that means I won't act like a maid around his son. He didn't want me to listen to any orders and just do my job, which is exactly what I wanted, so he hired me on the spot. I started the next day and my main tasks were cleaning the bathroom, cleaning his son's room, picking his son from the school and making food for him. The bathroom and the room were already deep cleaned, so my job was way easier than it sounds. However, the first time I went to pick his son up, I noticed something strange. The school he went to was one of the cheapest public schools in the area, and there was nothing remarkable about it. I don't mean to say that public schools are bad, but I assumed that a rich kid would be going to the best private school or something. Anyway, I picked him up and he just acted like a normal kid, which again made my job easier. But I was mentally preparing myself to take him to different types of classes for the rest of the day, because that classic rich kid cliché again. Fortunately my dreams didn't come true once more, as the kid told me, I don't have any extracurriculars, I just study at home. I thought I was being lied to and that he just didn't trust me, so I didn't ask any more questions. After he ate the dinner that I cooked, I was about to go home as I ran into his father. I decided to just ask him about my doubts, and if I was being lied to. I know I probably shouldn't have done that, but I was curious if there was some secret here that I could exploit. He told me, I don't trust the school system, so I won't waste my son's life by filling his day up with useless classes. If he's going to be successful, then he'll be successful regardless of what school he went to. I didn't buy that at all and almost accepted the fact that they weren't going to share their secret with me. The next day was a weekend, so I went to the son's room and he was just lying on his beanbag on his phone. All I could think was, who was I kidding? He's one of the richest kids in America, he can afford to waste his life away. Regardless, I asked what he was up to because I wanted to know what was so different about him when compared to the younger me. He completely shocked me, because most kids that get into this give up after a month. He revealed to me that he was investing and trading stocks. I was like, oh, does your dad teach you that? He said no. He told me that his father doesn't believe in the school system. He believes that the most successful people are those who self-study, are true students, and put in their 10,000 hours. His father was so good at many things like music, computer science, and the arts because he was a dedicated learner. After talking with the kid, he showed me that he's been using an investing app to learn. Since elementary school, he has used programs like Duolingo to perfect his Spanish foundations and Coursera to study in his own time and collect certifications, but this is his latest obsession. He grinded the free lessons they gave, skipped the basics, and remarkably within 2 months he made his first profit of $270. The craziest part was his father didn't give him a dime. He worked for his own money. He saw that the app gave you free money when you invited people over and learned how to flip that. He showed it to his girlfriend too, who's been learning how to invest in her school finance class, but wanted a leg up since she felt like she wasn't getting anything useful out of it. I've never seen a wealthy family like this. That's probably why I've stuck around with them for so long. It's my second year, and the son has gotten so good his portfolio has grown to have an average return of 11% a year. Imagine what he'll be making next year with that progress. They believe in being self-made, which is something I respect. I asked the son if he could give me some pointers from the investing app, but he told me, nah, the app has everything you'll need, just start.